name is Tannah, and I started this YouTube channel the beginning of this year. This is going to be my first live, kind of early in the morning. Um, it's been hot out here in Sacramento, and I just kind of wanted to give a few tips. And with AC systems, when the AC stops working all of a sudden, a lot of the times it's not a problem with a recharge. Yes, you need to recharge your AC system when it stops getting cold. Yes, that's part of the service, but you want to be really open. You want to talk to your mechanic. You might want to Google some of the symptoms before you bring it into a shop. But one thing, when you get your AC serviced, we evacuate and recharge the system to capacity. When it stops getting cold little by little, then normally it's going to be a recharge. Then we refill the Freon, check the high and the low, the pressures in the system. We see if there's any leaks in the system. Of course, we're going to put a dye and a PAG oil in there. The dye is so the machine, when we evacuate it, the machine should detect any big leaks, but the machine doesn't detect small leaks. So sometimes you get your AC serviced, it's nice and cold, a few days, a week, maybe 2 weeks go by, and then it stops getting cold again. Then that could be that it has a small leak that the machine does not detect, and you want to make sure you get some dye in the system when you service it, whenever you go to a service station, just for your peace of mind that if it leaks out, that dye is going to show where the leak is. Of course, AC systems is not like oil or coolant that you can visually see the leak. Um, if there's no dye in the system and it leaks out, we're back at the first step. Now, when an AC system stops working all of a sudden, well, you're still got air blowing out the vents, but all of a sudden it's not cold anymore. Well, that could be like a fuse that popped, a relay. There's sensors in the AC system. It could be a problem with the compressor or a failure in the system, like a leak, a hose, shredder valves. There's several reasons why it can stop working all of a sudden. So when you do go into a service station, you want to make sure you tell whoever's at the repair facility that you decide to go to, hey, it didn't stop working little by little. It was actually all of a sudden. And then if your car's still getting cold, but just not as cold, that means you still have Freon in the system. Make sure the shop is not charging you for the full capacity. So AC systems have capacity, and you don't want the shop to say, oh, your car takes 2 pounds and they charge you 2 pounds. Know that if it's still a little cold, that means you still have Freon in the system. And then what else? This is my first live, so I'm kind of nervous. I record and then post. If the car is not blowing air out the vents, it's just not blowing air, then that can be a problem with a fuse, a blower motor, the blower motor resistor, or something else under the dash of the vehicle. So if you don't have a mechanic friend and you're not really sure what's going on with the AC, my advice to you is to Google your symptoms first, and don't tell the shop you Googled it. See what they come back with. Not every shop is going to be honest. Not every shop is going to ask you questions. And if you like the videos, please like, share, subscribe. I'm new to all this, but hey, have a blessed day.